I'm Sheri Blanks, your hostess tonight for Rockitz TV. It is week 2. Check out the fabulous sign that we have back here, week 2 of Rockitz TV. You can hear me Monday through Friday, 10 till 3 on Mix 103.7. I also have a band called Pucker, and you can check us out at puckerupsucker.com. We do some shows in New York on the weekend, fresh from a New York road trip, actually. And I also attended VCU's Fine Music School.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yes, 1988, took a few classes there and ended up with a finance degree.
Excellent.
Thanks to you.
All musicians should.
Our guest tonight, Antonio Garcia. He is the Director of Jazz Studies at Virginia Commonwealth University. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you, Sheri.
Good to have you here. I believe I hear the phone's ringing already.
It's amazing. Should we take a call this soon?
Would you like to?
Well,
Are you scared?
Let's see. Could be a technician, could be
Okay.
a real thing. Let's see. Hello, you're on the air at Comcast.
Hey, what is this show?
Well, this show is about VCU Jazz.
Oh, I thought it was a rock and roll.
That may be another week.
You should change your song in the back.
Well, thank you for calling.
I like it though.
All right,
Great.
have a good evening.
Thanks. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
All right, we're off to a fast start.
Great. Can I brag about you a little bit here?
Okay, feel free.
Tony is also an associate professor of music at VCU, where he directs the fabulous jazz orchestra and also instructs various jazz courses there. And he performed on various instruments with over 70 major artists. That's unbelievable, including Ella Fitzgerald, Phil Collins, Dave Brubeck, Mel Torme, just to name a few. And with all of that going on in your life here, you find time to be the associate editor for the International Trombone Association Journal. And you're also the former editor of the Jazz Education Journal. Where do you find the time, Tony?
Well, it's a busy day, but a good day, and it's a great opportunity for me to network with my colleagues around the country and around the world, so it gives me a perspective not only here in Richmond, Virginia, but throughout the other areas, and that helps me and my students.
Great, and just a few more things. Your articles and publications have been widely published, and your website for all of you is www.garciamusic.com. You have MP3 files on there? And
there are some sound video files, not MP3s, but the non-downloadable kind.
Okay, great. Also last week, Brad Armstrong was the guest here, so thanks, Brad, for appearing on Rockitz TV's first show there last week.
I watched it.
All right, and I'm proud to be a part of show number 2. Do we have another call there?
I think they've passed on it.
Screening? Are you screening?
Maybe another rock and roll call.
Yeah, another rocker. Okay. Tony, would you like to tell us a little bit about VCU's Jazz Studies program?
I'd be happy to. It's been a great opportunity for me to work with them for the last 4 years. The jazz program was founded over 20 years ago by Doug Richards, who still teaches jazz arranging there and has done fabulously there for almost 25 years. And there are about 50 or 60 jazz majors, freshmen through seniors. We have a couple of grad students as well. And they take a variety of courses leading to a Bachelor of Jazz Studies degree. So they take writing, performing, arranging, jazz history, and various other kinds of music courses leading to their career. So it's a great opportunity for me to jump onto a train that has really been rolling so well for over 20 years. And it gives me the opportunity to grow with them as I enjoy also teaching them. I have great colleagues there. I have about a dozen colleagues on the jazz faculty, and they do terrific work day in and day out.
Is David Cordell still there?
No, David left a few years ago, although I understand he may be heading out to another part of the country. But he was chair, I think, probably when you were there.
Yeah.
I think he's heading out west, and he'll be doing that. I think we have a call.
Great.
Let's check this out. Good evening. You're on Comcast Rockitz TV.
Hello, this is the Rock Man. What kind of music do you like to listen to? Do you like a little bit of that?
Well, I'm originally from New Orleans, and so I love all kinds of...
you like the jazz situation with some horn action?
Well, the thing about New Orleans is that there's music of all kinds in every block. There's R&B, there's country, there's metal, there's bluegrass, there's Zydeco, there's straight-ahead jazz, there's Dixieland. So it really gave me an opportunity that I was unfamiliar with until I left as to what a great melting pot it was. I got to hear all kinds of music there that if I'd grown up in some other part of the country, perhaps I wouldn't have had that opportunity. So I like an awful lot of different kinds of music, and I think that helps influence my jazz as well.
It sounds like there's a smorgasbord of music down there. Do you like Buckwheat Zydeco? You ever heard of him?
The Zydeco music is great. I mean, it's got along with straight out Cajun like Beausoleil and other roots like that. And all of that kind of music influences jazz. I mean, one of the definitions of jazz is that it tends to absorb different kinds of styles around it and then add other elements like improvisation to it that maybe are not as present in the original kinds of music. So I like all those kinds of music, and my students probably like even more kinds of music than I do, and that comes out in their music. Well, thanks for calling.
Man
He's
with the
going to
banjo.
play a little banjo and take us out there.
Of course, on Bourbon Street, everything sounds good, right?
Well, you know the old musician's adage, the more they drink, the better we sound.
Yes, busy man.
Well, let's see who's on line one here. Hello there, you're on Comcast Rockitz TV.
Hello?
Hello there.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
That would be hi again.
No, what are y'all doing?
We're doing all right, and we're talking about jazz, about VCU Jazz in particular, Virginia Commonwealth University. What are you doing?
We're on Comcast Channel 6. You can probably listen to yourself right now if you turn us on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, give us a call back later if you've got something to ask about.
Hello? Oh, yeah. What is this stuff called,
I'm sorry we lost you there,
Is it
but
one of your students prank calling us, maybe? What do you
well,
think?
hopefully all my students are out working this evening. So perhaps we should spin some of the music that we're talking about with our students.
Sure, that sounds good. Would you like to introduce your first video here?
Well, I'd be happy to. Throughout the evening, we're going to be playing several videos of students and faculty throughout VCU, and I've been looking at DVDs from concerts in the last year, and this first one is from a concert just a month or so ago in April. It's called Sunday Sermon. It's a gospel kind of piece written by a great jazz composer named Don Sebesky.
Yes.
And you'll hear a lot of different performers, students play in this. It lasts about 15 minutes. I want to advise our viewing audience that it'll start with a dark picture because it starts just with piano on a dark stage, and then it does lighten up and you'll see everybody there. I think you'll enjoy it. You'll hear about a half dozen different soloists in this gospel kind of piece. So this is Sunday Sermon by Don Sebesky.
Here we go. Great. Thanks.
Nice.